Good morning. This is Pastor Doug. Last Sunday, we talked about giving, that we are generous towards God because God is so generous towards us. In his very nature, God is a giver of good and perfect gifts. Remember these words from James chapter 1. Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights, who does not change like shifting shadows. We can trust in the reliability and the faithfulness of God. That's why, in terms of worshiping him, we give of first fruits, something that was a principle built into the rhythms of life, of the life of Israel, can be part of our life now. And in fact, it's the appropriate response to God's generosity of his great gift, the salvation we have through Jesus Christ our Lord. As Paul writes in Romans, he who did not spare his own son, but gave him up freely for us all, how will he not, along with him, graciously give us all things? And so we give generously towards the things of God, towards the mission of God, towards the ministry, towards others. God gives to us generously so we can give generously to other people. May our lives be like a canal where the grace of God flows into us, and through our words and through our actions, through our means of being generous towards others, others experience that grace and mercy and blessing of God. This week, we're going to pass out some giving goal cards. And our desire is that you prayerfully consider, looking ahead to 2026, what can you trust God for enabling you to give towards our ministry of the church and for the ministry of missions around the world? We'll be receiving those back on our Thanksgiving service on the Sunday prior to Thanksgiving, a great service of giving thanks to God for his grace and mercy and his provision for us. Don't be surprised if someone asks you, would you be willing to give a testimony of God's grace and give thanks to him for what he has done in your life or in your family's life, even over this last year? This Sunday, we're back in Genesis, and we're looking at kind of the final exam for Abraham and his faith, where God calls him to offer his son Isaac back to God. It's a sobering passage, but it's one which reveals the absolute trust that Abraham had in God. It was a journey of faith, and Abraham reveals that he trusted God with everything that he had. So look forward to seeing you Sunday. Hope you have a great week, trusting God that he provides grace and mercy so you can provide grace and mercy to others. We'll see you Sunday.